To this office here, I was very, very pleased to see at the reception table May with her daughter Chloe. It just warms my heart so, I wish they were here, but it just warms my heart so much to see a child that is happy to accompany their parent to come to Toastmasters. Yes, and as I walked in, Chloe was busy doing her homework and I just had a good time. I pulled out my money. I had a whole pocket full of change and I put it on her book. She looked up at me and I said, "Is that enough?" And she starts counting it. There are lots of pennies and all this, so it was so wonderful to see her there. Number 2, our Toastmaster of the Day. Liz is always so well prepared. Look how she had all the feedback memorized and she delivered it smoothly. And actually, I like that even when we were asked online to give our thoughts on the theme of the meeting, she didn't just stop at what was written. She just inquired some deeper questions. And I saw from the people that gave feedback and then to what Liz had said, I think she questioned everybody on a little extra on the aspect of what they did. And that's really good preparation and thinking a little deeper than what's just written there at face value. So very good job on that, Liz. The other thing that I'd like to point out, a very subtle thing that I thought was quite amazing, was after Paul finished speaking, she came up and she said, "I was hoping you would have finished with your title." Now, Paul had just finished a speech about speaking very directly, and Liz had a very interesting, sort of like a subtle needle here. Have I ever offended anybody? Because I think Liz might have been a little bit offended at some comments that were made. But very masterful of subtle communication compared to direct communication. Let's see, here we go. Walter for the, oh, Walter's gone, okay. For the table topics, I think today I noticed that a lot of people that were asked the table topic were sort of caught off guard. Like, "Oh, could you say the question again?" Now, one way of mastery in being a table topics master is to prepare your audience to listen actively. And the way that you do that as a Toastmaster is you threaten your audience. "I'm the Toastmaster, and anybody sitting here might be called on to answer my questions. So make sure you pay attention, because if you are called up to speak, you say, can you read the question again?" When this is something that Paul started that was very strict before. It says, "No! You have to just come up, and if you didn't hear the question, just make up something and speak." So as a table topics master, those are ways to really get your audience engaged and actively listening when it comes to the table topic session. Next was for our speakers. Wow, I was just really amazed with the excellent speaking today. Kevin is really we're glad to have you here in Taiwan, and how you hit the ground running. You just came, you signed up, and you're speaking already. And that's action. I think you've had a very successful education, a very successful career, and that's what these successful people do. They don't sit around wondering and, "Oh, should I get involved?" They just bam, bam, bam. They say, "I quit. Ha! Procrastinating. I'm a person of action." I was also very impressed of our 2 firefighters tonight, Sonia and Paul. Wow, this should help you get over the fears of when you're called on the spot and that you have to do a speech. So I think it was exemplary examples from both our VPE and our former president, Paul, that you can see the amazing speeches that can be done on a firefighting basis. To our guests, we're so glad to have you, Abraham Ma and Willie from China and Jenny from Shida Toastmasters. And we always love it when our guests come. I was very surprised. Wow, Shida has 39 members. That's really amazing. Yeah, so congratulations on a very successfully run club, Madam President. My question is for your what is it called, the scholarship program? Who set that up?
It's sponsored by our professor from the English department.
Oh, very interesting. Okay. So it looks my time is coming up, but look at the time of all our speakers. 3 minutes 27, 3 minutes 17, all to the edge. And I am proud to say that at TGIF tonight, everybody called it quits. Ha! I'm being late.